official business, but we're going to run through the meeting for informational purposes only. We won't be able to actually vote on anything, obviously. So with that, we will proceed.
Just skip to the items? Okay.
Yeah, we'll just go straight to the items and
Okay.
overpass the minutes.
There you go. So the first item here for informational item is the paving program consultant services. We were here last month with this where we had $100,000 there to move the contract forward for the management portion and some of the scans. This one is to complete the scans. If you look at the map here, the 2020 scans, which are the ones that we've already done, completed, those are all in red. And the remainder of the scans and that we'll do over this next year are the blue ones. And what this does is helps us anticipate what roads are deteriorating at what rate, so we can start allocating resources to those areas. So it helps with our pavement preservation program. And so that's a $250,000 request. Do we have any questions? Yeah.
I just maybe a question for legal. I know last meeting, we questioned a constitutional question on this. You don't have that same issue this time?
No, I'm good with this. We talked about it, and the language is actually contained in the balance of bond funds, which are the funds that we're using, has something that would allow for this. So we're good from a legal standpoint.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's go on to the next one, please.
So does, just to back up, on that slide there, so all the ones in red in 2020, does that mean those have been done, or that's just,
They've been scanned, yes, sir.
so what does that mean?
So we went over it with a piece of equipment. It's a truck in essence. It drives down there, it scans it with all these different lasers and picks up the different, if we have cracks or potholes or what have you. It picks that up, runs this data through a system, a calculation, formula comes back up, pops up, tells us what our pavement condition index is. And so then we use that pavement condition index to go ahead and for our unlisted funds on what projects to do next.
So those are all been scanned, and then the blue in 21 have been scanned,
Yes, sir.
and so then you know what the condition is, where your priorities are?
Right, so after this year, by next June, we should have the entire city scanned, and then we'll have a nice database of where everything's at that moment in time.
Thanks.
Okay. So this is a contract that we should all be familiar with. This is a drainage unit price contract. What we do with this contract is we use it when we have emergencies or different types of drainage problems that happen throughout the city. It's not just one ward, it's all the wards. And so we're asking for $500,000 to go ahead and go back into this contract so we can continue to do projects as they come up on different drainage projects. What you're looking at here, this is a before and after of gabion baskets, which are part of an erosion control process that we use system. And so this is actually underneath Northwest 122nd. And you can see here where everything's exposed. We come back through, we put these gabion baskets in, fill behind them, fill around the piers, and cap this all off so we can control the erosion. So it's just one method of erosion control. Any questions? No? Ian, you want to do the...
Okay.
Yeah, so I will present the GeoBond executive summary as of June 30th. Just waiting for it to come up on the screen. It was on there a minute ago. There it is. Just a little slow. Yes, so the executive summary as of June 30th. So this would have been the end of FY21. And the difference between this report from the previous months is that now 2019 is the most recent sale year. So the 2018 sale year went away off of this report. We reached the 85% on that. So that rolls off, and then 2021 rolls onto the report, and so that'll be on here now for a few years. So that is the major change from last month. But in the top section, you can see that for the month of June, there was about $5.3 million spent from the GeoBond program. For the entire fiscal year, the total was about $75.5 million. And then back down to the second section, on the column that says percent expended, 85% required, where it says 26, 11, and 0%. That's how close we are to getting to that 85% on those years, and you can compare it just below that to where we were at this point last year. So you can see that it's a little bit behind on all those sale years, but the major reason for that is because there's a lot of work done on older sale years that also need to get spent. They don't get focused on quite as much on this report after they roll off, but 100% of those funds should be theoretically expended. So a lot of work was done on those older sale years, and that's why this month was a little bit behind. But just below the second section, in section 3, there's the remaining balance in the GeoBond program. So that's at $187.6 million, and that went down quite a bit from where it was last month. It's about $17 million lower. And so that is even with the addition of the 2021 year bond. So with the addition of $116.6 million, there was still $17 million less than last month. So that's good progress just on all of the bond years in total. And then the final section, other funds, just the summary of all the other non-general obligation bond funds, and those total about $25.5 million. So that's the executive summary for June. If anyone has any questions, happy to answer. Okay.
Okay. Anything the committee members want to discuss? All right, I guess we're done.